Shifting under the sheets, I force my legs to leave the warmth of the blankets, covering my nakedness, and into the chilly morning. You'd think that living in a semi-desert climate, that the cool morning air wouldn't be so shocking. But even years after taking California on as my second home, I'm still not used to it. Back in Kentucky, this time of year is hot and humid to the point that you'd be cemented to the sheets with sweat as soon as you woke up. Something that I don't miss at all. Pushing through my soreness, I stand and pad to the bathroom, still hoping to find Ratchet. "You're an idiot, Ricca. He was never going to stay after you fucked him. You gave him what he wanted." I shake the doubtful words from my mind and continue walking to the bathroom. Turning on the shower, my reflection in the mirror grabs my attention. I peer into the misty glass, not recognizing the woman I see before me. Years of abuse, drugs, and violence has taken away the glow from my cheeks and the brightness from my eyes, and at times, my will to live after many restless nights of nightmares. Most mornings, I wake up in terror, reliving the days I spent chained and gang-raped by a man who I thought loved me and his crew. Those images flashing through my mind haunted me every night, their hands touching me as I screamed out for help. The helplessness I felt as they each took their turn at my flesh, how the blades skimmed my skin and the metal from my shackles dug into my wrists as I fought. My soundless screams that reverberated from my swollen throat after days of begging for mercy. The images of them and their demented deeds forever burned into my mind. Stop thinking about it. Just stop. I shake my head in an attempt to force those memories out of my head, but I know it's futile. They're always there. Within seconds, the panic sets in. My skin becomes clammy, while my stomach retches as my mind relives my time in hell. "Oh, fuck," I exclaim, before running to the toilet. I retch and heave up the alcohol and food I ate the night before until there is nothing left. Bile burns my throat, while my lungs restrict my airflow. Suddenly, the room begins to spin as a panic attack begins to brew. "You're okay. They're dead and can't hurt you anymore," I mumble and repeat in some stupid fucking mantra to keep the memories at bay. Every morning starts like this. Sure, maybe I did need to go back to my victim group counseling sessions, but I knew the kumbaya mentality they used couldn't help me. The demons in my head were of my own creation, and they were never just going to go away by telling others who thought they were like me about them. I couldn't forgive the men for the things that they did to my body, and even with their deaths, my mind would never be able to see the world the same way. They took the last shred of innocence out in that desert, and it was something that I was never going to be able to get back, even if I had ruby red slippers, clicked my heels, and said it 3 times. Life isn't a fucking fairy tale, and no matter how hard I hoped he would be, Ratchet was definitely not Prince Charming. The knight in shining armor isn't real, and he was never going to ride a white horse to my tower of terror. I will admit that yes, he did save me physically that day, but mentally, never. I've lived my entire life in hell, and that was never going to change. The only thing in my future was more self-induced pain. Pain is such a funny word when you think about it. It can encompass such a multitude of physical, mental, and emotional things in a person's life. For me, it is a word manifested so deeply into my soul that the lines between normal and tragic blur together. Flushing the toilet, I step into the hot spray of the shower and into my place of solace. Call me crazy, but after living in shit my entire life, watching the water wash it all